This show is part of One Place, a daily network of focused briefings across the stories people follow most.
Welcome to the Roundup. We have a packed show today covering everything from major casting news and viral red carpet moments to some truly touching tributes from the world of television.
Zendaya sparks marriage rumors with a new ring in Paris.
E4 honors Mel Schilling after her brave cancer battle.
Stephen Colbert joins Peter Jackson for a Tolkien project.
The UK remembers Mel Schilling's incredible matchmaking legacy.
Fans flock to Miley Cyrus's Hannah Montana anniversary special.
Disney Plus greenlights a Korean remake of The Americans.
Martin Clunes earns praise for a chilling dramatic role.
A luxury hotel defends a fan in Chapel Roan drama.
Jennifer Lopez reacts to a fan named Ben on stage.
Alan Ritchson cleared of charges after a street brawl.
First, the Paris premiere.
Zendaya is once again the center of the fashion world, but this time it is not just about the clothes. At the Paris premiere of her new film, The Drama, she appeared alongside co-star Robert Pattinson wearing a stunning long-sleeve white gown with a black bow. However, all eyes were on her hand, where she was sporting what many believe to be a wedding band. This comes after weeks of speculation that she and Tom Holland secretly tied the knot in early March. Her stylist, Law Roach, has been dropping hints, and her recent choice of bridal-inspired looks for various red carpets has only added fuel to the fire.
It is fascinating because Zendaya actually addressed some of this on Jimmy Kimmel Live recently. She mentioned that even her own family members were fooled by AI-generated wedding photos that went viral. She laughed it off, saying people were congratulating her on a wedding that hadn't happened yet. But despite the AI debunking, the physical ring she is wearing now is very real. When asked directly about the headlines, she played it incredibly cool, claiming she hadn't even seen them. Whether it is a clever marketing tactic for her new movie or a genuine life update, she certainly knows how to keep the public guessing while looking absolutely flawless in white.
Next, a touching tribute.
The television community is mourning the loss of Mel Schilling, the beloved expert from Married at First Sight. E4 aired a heartbreaking tribute to her on Tuesday night following the news of her passing at age 54. Mel had been battling colon cancer, which eventually spread to her lungs and brain. In a move that truly reflects her dedication to her work, she specifically requested that the channel continue airing the current season of Married at First Sight Australia after her death. The network shared a statement expressing their deep sadness and noted that it was her family's wish to celebrate her mission of helping others find love and happiness through the program.
Her husband, Gareth, shared a deeply moving post on Instagram about her final moments. He described how, even when she had lost most of her strength, she managed to whisper a final message for him and their 10-year-old daughter, Maddie. Mel had been incredibly open about her health journey, documenting her treatment and the lemon-sized tumor removal in 2023. She had even been given the all-clear at one point before the cancer returned more aggressively. Her courage in filming the UK version of the show while undergoing chemotherapy showed just how much she cared about the participants. She spent her final days in London surrounded by friends and family, leaving behind a massive legacy.
Now to Middle-earth.
In a surprise that no one saw coming, Stephen Colbert is officially joining the Lord of the Rings cinematic universe. The late-night host, who is famously a Tolkien superfan, is co-writing a new film titled The Lord of the Rings: Shadow of the Past. He is collaborating with Peter Jackson, Fran Walsh, and Philippa Boyens. The announcement was made on Tolkien Reading Day, which marks the anniversary of the destruction of the One Ring. Colbert joked that he only has time for this because The Late Show is ending its current run in May, freeing him up to head to the Shire this summer. This project will be distributed by New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers.
The plot sounds like a dream for fans of the original trilogy. It is set 14 years after Frodo's departure, following Sam, Merry, and Pippin as they retrace their original journey. There is also a new character, Sam's daughter Eleanor, who discovers a secret about why the War of the Ring was almost lost. This film will follow the 2027 release of Andy Serkis's The Hunt for Gollum. It is a massive deal to have Colbert involved, as his knowledge of the lore is legendary. He has often corrected experts on his show, so having him in the writer's room ensures a level of accuracy that fans will appreciate. It is a huge win for the franchise.
Continuing with Mel's legacy,
Mel Schilling's impact on the UK television landscape cannot be overstated. While she was already a star in Australia, she became a household name in Britain after being brought in to revamp the UK version of Married at First Sight in 2021. The producers wanted to mirror the more explosive Australian format, and Mel was the perfect person to lead that transition. She worked alongside Paul C. Brunson and Charlene Douglas, helping to shift the show toward a more symbolic commitment ceremony rather than a legal marriage. This change helped the show reach a much younger and broader audience, turning it into a massive ratings hit for E4 during the lockdown period and beyond.
What made Mel so special was her balance of warmth and no-nonsense advice. She wasn't afraid to call out bad behavior, but she always did it with the goal of helping the contestants grow. She often spoke about finding a new lease on life in her 40s, which inspired many viewers who felt it was too late for them to find love or career success. Her transition from a psychologist in Melbourne to a global dating expert was a testament to her own advice about taking risks. The outpouring of tributes from former contestants shows just how much she meant to the people she mentored. She truly dedicated her final years to the mission of human connection.
Moving to Disney nostalgia.
Miley Cyrus recently gave a small group of fans the experience of a lifetime at Sunset Gower Studios in Los Angeles. About 215 diehard fans gathered for the taping of a Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special. This was a rare opportunity because Miley has been very vocal about her lack of desire to go on a full-scale tour. Some fans traveled from as far as Brazil, New York, and Europe with only a day's notice to see her perform as the iconic character again. The atmosphere was electric, with many attendees wearing original concert shirts from the 2000s. It was a moment of pure nostalgia for a generation that grew up with a Disney Channel star.
The stories of how fans got there are incredible. One fan mentioned tweeting at Disney over 100 times to get an invite, while others described it as a manifestation come true. They expected a mini-concert, but were treated to something much more intimate and special. Miley performed in her signature blonde wig, bringing back the sequins and chainmail that defined the Hannah Montana era. For those who haven't seen her live in years, this was a high-stakes event. It shows the enduring power of that brand and Miley's ability to embrace her past while still evolving as an artist. It is definitely going to be a must-watch special when it finally hits screens for the wider public.
Next, a major remake.
Disney Plus has officially greenlit a Korean remake of the hit FX series The Americans. The new show, titled The Koreans, will star Lee Byung-hun, known for his role in Squid Game, and Han Ji-min. It is set in the early 1990s during a period of intense democratization and cultural change in South Korea. The plot follows a middle-class family that appears ordinary to their neighbors and children, but is actually composed of elite North Korean spies. This adaptation is being handled by Park Eun-kyo, who worked on Mother, and will be directed by An Gil-ho, the director behind the massive hit The Glory. It is a perfect setting for the high-stakes tension of the original series.
The original series was a critical darling, winning Golden Globes and being named an AFI Program of the Year for 5 straight seasons. This new version looks to explore the stark differences between the two Koreas while focusing on the internal conflict of the spies. They will have to navigate feelings of patriotism and loyalty against the love they feel for their family and their new life in the South. Meanwhile, a ruthless counterintelligence agent will be closing in on them. This project is part of a larger push by Disney Plus to create high-quality Korean original content. Given the talent involved, it is likely to be a major international success when it streams on Hulu and Disney Plus.
Now to a chilling drama.
Martin Clunes is receiving rave reviews for a role that is a massive departure from his usual work. He stars as the disgraced newsreader Hugh Edwards in a new Channel 5 drama titled Power: The Downfall of Hugh Edwards. The one-off drama follows the spectacular fall from grace of a former BBC star who pleaded guilty to making indecent images of children. Clunes, who is best known for lighter roles in Doc Martin and Men Behaving Badly, has been described as delivering a career-defining performance. Viewers have praised his ability to capture the menacing and domineering presence of Edwards, with some calling the portrayal pitch-perfect and disturbing. It is a harrowing look at a very recent and painful scandal.
While the acting has been praised, there has been some mixed reaction to Clunes' attempt at a South Wales accent. Some viewers felt he didn't quite capture the specific phonetic quality of Edwards' speech, but most agreed that his physical performance and screen presence more than made up for it. The drama focuses on the persistent grooming of a teenage boy, a story that shocked the British public when it first broke in The Sun. The fact that Edwards was the face of the BBC for decades, delivering news of the Queen's death and other major events, makes the drama even more impactful. It is being hailed as BAFTA-winning material for its unflinching look at power and corruption.
Shifting to hotel drama.
A luxury hotel in São Paulo has taken a side in the ongoing controversy involving pop star Chappell Roan and Jude Law's daughter, Ada. The incident occurred at the Tangará Palace, where Ada was staying with her mother and stepfather, footballer Jorginho. According to Jorginho, the 11-year-old simply smiled at Roan during breakfast without approaching her, but was then confronted and reduced to tears by a security guard. The hotel bosses have now broken their silence, essentially backing the girl's version of events. This has added to the backlash against Roan, despite her team's insistence that she had no knowledge of the interaction at the time and that the guard was not part of her personal security detail.
Chappell Roan's representatives have released a statement saying she has zero tolerance for such behavior toward fans. They claim she didn't even see the family at breakfast and certainly didn't direct anyone to harass them. However, the public perception has been tough to manage, especially with a high-profile family involved. Jorginho's Instagram post about the incident went viral, painting a picture of a young fan being bullied by a celebrity's entourage. The hotel's decision to speak out is unusual for such an exclusive venue, suggesting they felt the need to protect their guests' reputation. It is a messy situation that highlights the difficulties of celebrity security in public spaces, even within the supposed safety of a luxury hotel.
Next, J.Lo's savage moment.
Jennifer Lopez is proving she has a great sense of humor about her personal life, even if it comes at the expense of a fan. During her Las Vegas residency, she invited a man onto the stage to join her dancers. When she asked for his name and he replied that it was Ben, the crowd immediately reacted. Without missing a beat, J.Lo let out a loud, "Ugh," and made a sour face before laughing and ushering him off stage. It was a hilarious and savage nod to her recent divorce from Ben Affleck. The footage has been circulating online, with fans loving her candid and playful reaction to a name that clearly still carries some weight for her.
This isn't the first time she has joked about her past relationships recently. She also made a quip about her marriage to Mark Anthony, saying she really hit her stride after her third divorce. It seems she is embracing her single status and using her stage show to connect with fans through shared experiences of heartbreak and moving on. While the fan named Ben might have been a little roasted, it was all in good fun. It shows a level of self-awareness that people really appreciate from a superstar of her caliber. She is thriving in Vegas, and if you happen to be named Ben, you might want to prepare for a little lighthearted ribbing if you get on stage.
Finally, a legal update.
Reacher star Alan Ritchson will not face any charges following a physical altercation with a neighbor in Tennessee. The incident, which was captured on body cam footage, showed the neighbor, Ronnie Taylor, initiating the fight by pushing Ritchson off his motorcycle while the actor was with his 2 children. Police in Brentwood concluded their investigation and determined that Ritchson acted entirely in self-defense when he punched Taylor and told him to stand down. The district attorney's office agreed with the findings, and the case is now officially closed. Ritchson actually declined to pursue charges against the neighbor for reckless endangerment, choosing instead to just move past the incident and focus on his family and career.
The footage was quite intense, showing Taylor stepping into the middle of the street to block Ritchson's path in an aggressive stance. It provides a clear picture of why the authorities decided not to pursue the actor. Ritchson, who is known for his massive physique and tough guy roles, seems to have handled the situation as calmly as possible given the circumstances. Having his children present likely made the situation even more stressful, but the video evidence was the deciding factor in clearing his name. It is a relief for the actor, as he can now continue filming without the cloud of a legal battle hanging over him. The case serves as a reminder of how quickly suburban disputes can escalate.
That wraps up our roundup for today. Thanks for joining us for these updates. We will be back tomorrow with more of the stories you are following. Have a great day.